I've been trying to get more Warlock armor lately, and I've been finding that most of the builds that are pretty meta and that everybody likes to use have been kind of boring in my opinion. Be it the getaway artists or the solar shenanigans, it's just not doing it for me anymore. And so I was looking at a lot of the recent changes that Bungie did, and I stumbled across the Empowering Rift change. Now, you can cast your Empowering Rift while moving, and if you stand inside of the Empowering Rift, you will get additional ability recharge rate. This seemed really cool to me because I think for the most part in Destiny 2, Empowering Rift has never really had a chance to shine. You see, it takes up the same slot as your Phoenix Dive or your Healing Rift, so you kind of have to sacrifice your easy access to healing just to put it on in the first place. And then it's kind of a win more tool, where you get a little bit of a weapon damage bonus, maybe some ammo gen, and now obviously ability recharge rate, but at the end of the day, it just kinda never has been good enough to actually warrant that switch. But you see, this change really fascinated me. I really like the idea of standing in Empowering Rift will grant you ability regen. And I think that the Empowering Rift is kinda neat. I think it's really sad that it's never really gotten its usage, so what better time to try it out than now? And that got me doing some research, and eventually I stumbled upon what I believe is one of the coolest Warlock builds in the game, and that is the Secant Filaments exotic class item. By casting an Empowering Rift, it will grant you Devour, and Refreshing Devour will now grant you class ability energy. When you combine these changes with the Feed the Void aspect, you can now spam your grenade and your class ability, which will both get refreshed every single time you refresh Devour. But now you're probably curious, why would you want to spam your Empowering Rift? Empowering Rift being a win more tool is kind of the reason why nobody uses it in the first place, which is why we're going to be using the Weaver's Call aspect. Weaver's Call will turn this win more tool into an actual damaging ability, as Weaver's Call makes it so that casting your Rift spawns in 3 Threadlings. Now, I've given you a reason to actually put the Empowering Rift on, and then another reason why you should actually cast it on cooldown, but now I'm going to give you the reason why you should stand in it and shoot your weapons. You see, the other half of our exotic class item is the Spirit of Starfire. This exotic ability says dealing empowered weapon damage and final blows grants you grenade energy. This makes the build come into full circle. You throw down a rift, you throw your grenade away, you get kills, it gives you your rift and grenade energy. If you ever at any point run out of your grenade energy, and you have a rift still, you can throw out your weapons, deal a little bit of damage, and this should hopefully give you enough energy to refresh the entire build. Additionally, if you have a target that is a little bit beefier, something that's a little tankier, standing inside of your rift is going to let you spam your abilities. And most importantly, the entire concept, in my opinion, of using a build like this is to spam Transcendence, of which using Spirit of Starfire is going to let you use your Prismatic Grenade significantly more often. Now for the actual coolest part about the build. In my opinion, this is obviously how I like to play the game. But I believe that the most important factor about a build is comfort, and I think that if you enjoy different playstyles or different weapons, there are several different playstyles to use with this build. And most of the fragments and even half of the aspects, as well as the grenade, the melee, and the super are completely customizable to how you enjoy playing the game. And I've tried many different iterations. I've tried using an area denial frame. I tried using some primary weapons, some weapons with demolitionist, some other swords. I tried using the lightsaber. I used a whole bunch of different things. I used different supers. I tried different melees. I tried different grenades. I tried a complete bunch of different fragments. And what I found is that as long as you have the core of the Feed the Void, your Empowering Rift, and the class item that we are using, you will most likely get to have fun no matter what you use.